and now here's Tony Walker with the lowdown on the leadership change in the New South Wales division. Room left in the world for any more gurus. If so, you were wrong. There's one in town at the moment. She's not exactly new, having been a friend of the Mahatma Gandhi. She's nonetheless nowhere near as high profile as, say, the Shri Rajneesh or the Maharishi or the Guru Maharaji. She's in fact Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. Her name translates literally as the Immaculate Goddess. She claims to be the only link between the Creator, God Almighty, and mankind. Unlike many of the others of her kind, she doesn't take money from her followers, which causes some people to view her with some suspicion. She says that she's both a perfect capitalist and a complete communist, both at the one time. Many miracles have been attributed to her, including healing the deaf and cancer sufferers. She claims that the Orthodox Western Christian churches have lost their direction. I spoke to her yesterday.
The message is for all the seekers, those who are seeking beyond what is available to them now. That we are the spirit. We are seeking our spirit. And that can happen to us because it's all built in within us to be the spirit. The whole thing is built in within us during the process of our evolution. And this evolution has brought you to a point now at a human level where you have to jump slightly more to become the spirit.
Can you explain what you mean by the spirit?
The spirit is the reflection of God Almighty within us. And we are the reflectors. When we become human beings, the reflection becomes more complete.
Why do you think it was that you were born with this awareness?
I better ask God about it.
What's the means whereby you communicate this knowledge that you have to other people?
First, I bring them to logical conclusion by their mental understanding, to tell them about what is their aim in life, why they were created on this earth, why they are here, and what to expect when self-realization takes place. It's not that you pay money for it and think that you are a member of some organization and the whole organization as if accepted by God, as sanctified by God. And then first talk to them about it, logically bring to a proper conclusion about what we should expect, truthfully understand, and honestly then accept the thing that you have to be the spirit yourself and you have to be the guru yourself. Then by the way that you have already within yourself, the built-in process of this happening of the second birth, I just, like an enlightened light can enlighten another light, I just can do it.
I've read that you claim to be the only person with the key to arriving at this self-realization. Why do you think you're the only person?
Because I haven't met anybody else, but I don't claim that I'm the only person. I never claim anything. Why should I claim? But these people say so because they haven't found anybody else who can do amas. This is an amas happening, which nobody is doing. If there were somebody else, I would retire. I would be very happy to do it.
You've said that the inability or incapacity or refusal of people to come to this self-realization is largely to blame for the problems that beset the world. Can you explain in more detail exactly what you mean by that and how that effect takes place?
Yes, that's one of the things, but the main thing is that the time has come for us to achieve this new awareness. This is the time of resurrection. This is the time of last judgment.
Do you think it's problematic that if, as you say, the time of judgment is at hand, that your message isn't a particularly easy one to understand and you can have difficulty conveying it to the majority of the people on the earth?
Yes, that's what it is. Somebody has to do it. If not me, you have to do it. So,
what I'm asking you, though, do you think it's problematic that it's a difficult message to understand?
Not at all. It's the simplest. But people are not simple. See, people are very much mentally complicated. But if you are simple people, it's the easiest thing to do because it's a living process and very easy to understand a living process.
Can you explain that further? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that evades me. I don't see the point that you're making there.
You see, any living process cannot be explained mentally. No, any living process. Like why, even in medical science, for example, why acetylcholine and adrenaline, these two chemicals, act in a funny way in the body. Or otherwise, if you see why that a seed sprouts how the choice of seeds take place, but that a mango seed will give you a mango tree sort of things. You cannot explain all these things because it's a tremendous task of living processes done by the all-pervading power of God.
That's Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, and she's speaking every night this week, starting tonight, at the Maccabean Hall at 140 Darlinghurst Road, Darlinghurst, up until and including Friday night, each night at 7 o'clock. It's 10 and a half minutes past 12.
And now on the line from Canberra, JJJ's political